All right, welcome to Momentum Monday, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Michelle Ball. Michelle Rogers. Gosh, that's going to take some getting used to, you guys. I'm really excited for you guys to be on this call tonight. A few of us were together this weekend at the Edmonton Regional, and we had a wonderful training with Nicole Scott, who has since gifted me with the information and told me that I can run with this training with you guys. And it is called Bank Code Personality Colors. And I've been to multiple different personality trainings where you learn what you are and you learn how to interact with others, but I have never seen one that is as relatable to our business. So I'm so excited to go through the different personality colors with you. I'm so excited to share with you guys what I am and how it can go very wrong if I don't meet people in their personality color. So this is really, really huge. Before we get started, you guys can write this website down. It's called bankcode.com, bankcode.com. And a lot of the stuff you can pay for, but I think we're going to go through enough information tonight that's free that you probably won't have to. But that's if you want to find any of these images afterwards for use with your teams, you can. So I'm going to blow your mind with the statistic that Nicole Scott shared with us. And she said that only 18% of people will buy from somebody who doesn't match their personality. So think about any time you've been in a sales experience and you're dealing with somebody who's totally not your style, right? It's hard to buy from those people. On the other hand, 82% they have a better chance of closing if you match their personality code. Okay, so that's why this is so huge. So if you match somebody else's personality, you have an 82% chance of closing the sale. That's why this is huge. Also, too, if you're working with a team member, you have a way higher chance of them hearing you and relating to you and giving into teachability with you. So it's just so, so important. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. Let's start with kind of an overview of all of them. In the end, what I'm going to have you guys do is rate each of the colors in order of your preference, but let's go through each color individually first. Blue. So my husband is a blue, and blues are very, very into top values. They are creatures of stability and structure. They love systems. They love planning. Every morning Kelly wakes up, he's like, what's our plan today? Even if it's just like, okay, well, we're going to have coffee, and then we're going to make breakfast, and then we're going to take the kids for a walk, and then we're going to watch TV. Like, seriously, even on a Saturday, Kelly needs a plan. They love processes. They love predictability and certainty. Responsibility and duty is huge for them. So they are very much on time. I would even go as far to say they're time cops. They lose their trust in people if people aren't on time with them. They love rules. They will never break rules if they can get away with not doing it. So if there's a way around rule breaking, they will always take that way. They love credentials, titles, and they're very traditional. So that is a blue for you. And interestingly, blue is the very last color for me. So you can see how in our marriage that shows up as a challenge. So this training was not only impactful for my team and my business, but hugely impactful for our relationship as well. Okay, so that's blue. Green. Greens are very interested in our science. So they love learning, they love intelligence, they love logical conversations, they like to master things. They're really into technology, research and development, science. They just like mastering things. They love having an expertise and being competent. Accuracy is a big deal for greens. They do not like to round up or round down. They want it to be very accurate, and they see the big picture. So greens in our business would be really prone to loving prevention pluses, right? They are readers or learners. They're methodical. They might be a little slower, and they are total perfectionists. Okay, so that is a green. Red. Red is really out there. They can be a little frantic. They've got really big energy. They love fun. They love wine. They love boat cruises. They love being on the beach with their friends all day. They like being in the front of the room, and they have just like super big energy. So freedom, flexibility, very spontaneous. They love action. Okay, like do. Let's do it. We're going to do this, then this, then this, then this. And it's very linear for reds. They love love opportunities. They love excitement. They love attention. They want constant stimulation. They get bored easy if they're not having fun. They're very competitive. They like to win. And I don't know what image means, so I'm not even going to try to get to that one. I am a red. So I really started thriving in this business because of the recognition, because of the constant ability to hit levels, to compete with myself for how fast I wanted to go, for being spontaneous, for all the fun in this business. Like, are you kidding me? When I think about our Tampa work conference, we laid on one of the most beautiful beaches I've ever been in my life for the day, then went on a boat cruise. Like, that is all red right there. That's 100% red. So I'm a red and Kelly's a blue, and you can see how that really clashes, because I like being spontaneous and I don't want to have a plan, and don't ever make me have a structure or routine. Like, I just want to be free like the birds. So that is what a red is. Okay, and then there's yellow. So yellow is all about values, community, contribution, giving back, teamwork, significance, authenticity, personal growth, relationships, morality, harmony, lots of harmony. They want everything to be in balance, charity, and ethics. So in our business, when we polled the room the other day in Edmonton, it was fascinating. Most and the majority of our team, or our whole culture, is composed of yellows. Okay, well, what a surprise, right? Our product is totally helping and healing, and people are drawn to that because of the community that we have in our business, but also the fact that the product is so helping and healing. So we have a lot of yellows, followed by red. Red was the next color that got the most hands. And that's because we have a lot of fun in our business. We get to drink wine. We get to do it on our terms. It fits in wherever we want it. You don't have to have a boss or a structure. And then next was green. And I thought that made sense because of, the research and the hard facts and evidence that we have with our product. And the last color was blue. There was only about 5 people in the whole room of 200 people that were blue. That doesn't mean that blues can't do this, because Cindy Brills is a blue, and she's a national marketing director, and she's great at it, but she just needs to have written down what we're doing and where to find things. And she always keeps us on task. It's really nice having a blue in our national marketing director team, because she's like, guys, like, where are we finding all of this stuff? I know, but does everyone else know? And she keeps us completely accountable to the fact that we need to have things, in places that people can find it. So I'm now going to give you a minute. So I'll go back to the summary slide, and I want you guys to put these in order for you. So for me, it went red, then green, because I love the science. I love the research. I love that this is such a well thought out product. It's really, really important to me. So mine were red, then green, then yellow, then blue. So I want you to put yours in order. All right, Erin says she's between red and yellow. Allison saying, pretty sure I'm a blue. I'm a hard orange. You have to pick. If someone was holding a gun to your head, it was like red or yellow, which one are you? You would pick. So pick it. Oh yeah, I thought it was the personal development training course. I got that in my head. Kelly's just saying for red, image just means how you look. I was thinking about, there's an actual whole personal development class called image. So it kind of tripped my brain. Okay, awesome. Everybody's kind of weighing in. Yellow at the top for sure. Okay, awesome. So you guys kind of see where you are. Now, I can only speak to this as a red because I'm a hard red. There's no doubt about it. When I looked at this, I'm just like, oh yeah, I could never be any other color. Freedom is my top value, you guys. When I met Kelly, it was really challenging for us and I didn't realize how much stability and certainty was his top values. And I was always like, don't try to tame me. I'm just like a bird. I just like freedom. Don't shut the cage door ever, or I'll go crazy. And it's not that he wanted to do that at all, but he was just needing some sort of certainty. And I'm just so against it, right? So we figured out how to work with that. But now knowing why it's like that, it just makes it so much easier. Okay. So reds are always going to be the people. You would probably not want to put a red 100% in charge of planning an event. I do good at event planning because I'm red then green. So I have a lot of methodical, slow, perfectionist elements to my personality, but reds will bring the fun. They will always bring the party. So I'm going to give you an example. At the Edmonton Regional, we were doing a lot of blue and green trainings. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but like lots of like how-tos and tips and trainings and research and how men can do network marketing. And my red was like starting to get a little restless, I'm not going to lie, until Nicole came up and did this beautiful red training on these color-coded personalities. Like, to me, that was fun and exciting. We're always the people that will be like, what about this? Like, how about we have an after party? What about the wine? What about a boat cruise? What about a whatever? Like, the reds will bring the fun. So make sure you're letting reds bring that element into your events. Yellows are the best for hosting, right? Like, they are the ones that will hug and be thoughtful of others and save seats and be at the welcome desk and just be like so nurturing. They're like the mama of the group. So make sure your yellows are around to make your entire team feel loved and welcomed. Find out who your yellow is and they will do that for you. They'll be writing cards for people and everybody will feel loved when your yellow is around. Yeah. Bonnie's a good example. Sandy's also a yellow. So it's really easy to tell. She loves contribution, personal growth, her top value. So that's a yellow. You want your blues around, making sure that everything, your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed and everything's been thought of. They're the ones that are going to probably be communicating with the venue. They're the ones that are going to look over the contract. They're the ones that are going to tell you the rules of the venue. And they're the ones that are going to probably keep you out of trouble because they're rule followers. And then the greens are your perfectionists. So they will just go over everything with a fine-tooth comb and make sure that everything is going to roll out well. Okay, so that's just your methodical, they'll go over everything to make sure it's perfect. So here is what I loved about this color coding. I'm a red, and if I show up to a business meeting and there's a yellow there, and I don't hug that yellow, I am not meeting that yellow in their values. Like, I mean, you're not going to hug every single yellow, but right away start asking questions so you can find out quite quickly what's important to them because they are all about contribution. You know, so ask them a question like, well, what attracted you to this business? You know, what made you interested when you watched that video? Like, if they've watched a tool, ask them, you know, what is it about that video that you watched that made you interested? And they're going to say, you know what? I love the community. I love how you guys support each other and I love how you guys grow together. Okay, you've got a yellow on your hands immediately. Now this person is going to be all about contribution. So you'll ask them, well, what do you see for your business? Why do you think it's going to be valuable to you? And they're going to probably tell you something like, well, you know, I want to raise enough money so that I have enough to give back to homeless shelters or to single moms or to whoever, whatever their pain point was in their life, they're probably going to want their business to be able to offer them a way to give. If you met a yellow and said, oh my God, you're going to have so much fun. We're going to drink wine and we're going to party in the hot tub. It's so awesome. We're going to travel all over. Like, the yellow might not resonate with that. Some yellows will, but not all yellows will. So it's really important to ask questions when you first meet a team member on your team and figure out what their color is. Very much like that. If I were to come up to a blue, they're not necessarily huggers when they first get into our community. I think you guys have all hugged a blue and it's like so awkward and like you're kind of like this and like patting on the back and it's not their top value. Like they want to like figure out if they trust you first. So they're probably going to hand you their business card or stay back a little bit. Okay. So Allison says she's a blue and she's a good hugger. So this is not a tried and true, like hard and fast for everybody. And also too, when you've been around our community for a while, you also warm up to the hugging. But sometimes blues just really want to be like, let me get a good look at you first. Like, I want to know, are you trustworthy? Yes, you arrived on time, but are you presenting me with the facts? Are you a rule follower? And so you're going to want to really meet them in their values. So you're going to probably want to have some sort of a manual or a system printed out for them. If you know that you're going to meet with a blue and you're going to bring with you the startup steps, or you can open up the website on your phone and show them, look, here's our website. Here's the startup steps. This is exactly what you're going to do to get your business going. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Okay. Here's the website address. Write that down so you can come back to this anytime you want. That's how you're going to meet a blue in their values. They're not necessarily going to be all about the fun and the travel. Later they will. Like Kelly loves the fun and the travel. But first he needs to understand exactly what's going to be going on with that particular event or plan or getting to that level. Okay. So Yes, that's right. What are we going to do when we get there? Kelly said in the background, like constantly needs to know the plan. Green, Nicole gave a really great example about greens. Greens value authenticity, research. Let's go back to the green here for a minute. Universal truths, expertise, competence. So if you go into a green without asking questions and you're like, okay, we're going to do this event. It's called Raise Your Vibe. And don't worry about it. I'm going to handle it all. And it's all about like crystals and cards and everything, and invite all your friends and I'll just handle everything. They may love a Raise Your Vibe, but that's not meeting them in their green values. What you probably need to do is, what attracted you to this product? What attracted you to this business? A green will probably say, I love the research. I love the evidence. I love that people can see this product is real and it's being absorbed by the body. Okay, do you know what kind of event a green wants? Is a prevention plus. So Nicole shared a story where they brought a Boss Babes event in for a green rep, not knowing they didn't do the bank code yet. This girl messaged her the next day and said, thank you so much for coming out to do the event, but I think I want to quit the business. And Nicole was like devastated. They had a fun night and it was a great event. But this girl said, if this is how you guys do it, I can't do it. It's not my personality or my style. So they had to bring Dr. Hardy in and do some major damage control. Oh my gosh, we'll bring a doctor in. We'll get you your Prevention Plus. I'm so sorry. I should have asked you which event you wanted. And Dr. Hardy came into their town. She had 80 guests at that event. She's now an SSC going for QNMD. So meeting your reps in their values is so, so important. A red's going to come in and like all wine and fun and like, whatever, and not meet that green in their values of perfectionism and competence and showing the quality of our product and our company. So that's a little bit about all the different ones. I would definitely say a Raise Your Vibe is a yellow event, now that I'm thinking about it. If you think about our Boss Babe events, I don't know if you guys were around in those days, but we used to do these Boss Babe events. Super awesome, trendy restaurants, always the best food, the best wine. You would show up and you would learn from powerhouse women how to run like big businesses. I loved our Boss Babe tours. Those were definitely red events. No doubt about it. You know what I mean? Our Prevention Pluses are definitely green events. And I would say there's a little bit of blue in those Prevention Pluses as well. And like our business trainings would definitely really hit in those blue values of, how do I do it? When Kelly comes into a business training, if it's heavy content, he's happy. He always, oh, that was the best regional. I really loved that one. I'm like, really? Like, okay, well, like, yeah, it was good, but I felt like it was a little dry, right? Like my red wasn't happy because where was the fun? Where was the laughing? Where was the, the pizzazz? But he likes a regional where he gets a lot of how-tos. And he'll always say to me, I know many regionals we had were too yellow, like our Red Deer regional that we just had. Super awesome. I loved our Red Deer regional. I mean, like so much personal development, personal growth, inspiration. Sean Myers came out and just boom, like red all the way. Can you guys guess? Sean's definitely a red, right? And just like so much red and yellow at that event. And I came out of that thinking, oh my God, it was amazing. But the blues and greens came out of that thinking, where was the content? I really needed to know like exactly how to do this business. Even though a blue has been to 50 business trainings, they still want the how-tos, the structure, the planning. So that's kind of all I've got for you guys on these particular personality colors. But my homework for you is the same homework that Nicole gave. I think it's important for you to reach out to your team and find out their colors so that you can start meeting them in those colors. Because one, they're going to choose different events than you probably would. And let's start honoring that. If they get excited about a Prevention Plus and they'll get 80 people in that room, don't you think that's the right event to do for them? Right? If they're yellow, they're probably going to love our new tour that we're working on right now called Meant for More, where it's all about like, really stepping into that potential and that purpose that we have as humans on this planet and, having more impact on people and contribution and community and service. That's going to be a real yellow event. So definitely meet your team in their values, find out what they are and where they are on these colors, and then get good at asking questions in meetings with new team members, in meetings with prospects, or even on Facebook, you guys, you can be asking these questions like, like Melanie Brandt said, I ask them right away, what did you like about that call? Not to try to trick them to think about what they liked. but to find out where their values are. If they're like, oh, I really loved the system. Like, I just loved how it was all laid out, and it's not going to be easy, but it's simple. Guess what color they are? Blue, right? Totally blue. Or if they're like, oh, I love all the evidence behind this product. What a professional product and company this is. I just feel so trusting of the company behind this product. Where are we? Green. Totally. If they're like, oh my God, the stories, I was in tears. Like, I just connected to that one mom who was struggling so much, and I can't believe this product and this business like helped her so much, and I had tears the whole time. They're totally a yellow, right? And if they're like, this business seems so awesome. I was looking at all the people on there. Everybody looks so fun. Everybody was smiling. I love that everybody was into it and engaged, and the host was so awesome and funny. You're dealing with a red, right? So it's really important to get to know your prospects so you can work with them and their values. And that's about all I've got for you guys tonight on the colors. I am going to stop the share and see if anybody has any questions about it before I end the recording. Does anyone have any specific questions about the colors? I'm just reading some of the comments here. I hope I didn't insult you, Allison, about being a blue and not a good hugger. I'm talking hardcore blues. Like, you know, they are like 100% blue. I love Razor Vibe. That's what I said about the last one. Yeah, Carrie, I would say you have a strong blue. She's saying that's where her content is, definitely where my blue side comes out. Love content that you can implement right away. Fave regional was the Australians. Yeah. See, and my reason for loving the Australians was red, because they were so funny and just easy to listen to and entertaining, and the time went by so fast. Okay, thanks, Allison. No questions? You guys are good? All right, I'm going to end the recording.